So the purpose of this interview is to encourage you to start and engage in a process of change. I want you to be the change that you want to see. So hopefully my services will motivate you towards this change. I do have to let you know that this interview has a limited confidentiality, and it will only be used for educational purpose within my classmates only. So with that being said, let's get started. Hi, Jalen. I want to say thank you for coming and talking to me today. I've seen your paperwork and I want to elaborate on a few things. First, let's start off by telling me what brings you here today. What's happening in your life? How can I assist you?
Well, I've noticed as of lately my patience has been running really thin, or I've been running on fuel, and I'm becoming more and more impulsive, and it's costing me a lot.
Okay. So you're feeling like your patients are really thin and you have a no tolerance zone for nonsense.
Exactly. I don't know how I developed this attitude because most people in my family are very patient and they're always just ready to listen and learn, and I just don't. I lack that for some reason.
Okay, so you're wondering like how did your family develop patience, but you didn't develop that patience as well. Okay, so what makes you believe that you don't have patience and that you are impulsive?
Well, sometimes when I get in arguments with my mom or my siblings or my friends, I start yelling and talking over them, and I'm quick to cut off communication. I'm quick to block someone, and now it's like people are getting tired of the same repeated habitual actions.
Okay, so it seems like sometimes your actions startle you and your family.
True. I just start yelling and cursing, and I do this often, and now, like I said, people are getting sick of it, so I want to try to get some help.
So you are very forthright, like you really want them to feel your drift.
Right, which is why I am here, because I think that I am not patient enough. And once someone pushes my buttons or pushes me to my limit, I'm ready to explode. It doesn't matter what the relationship is between me and that person. And I just don't know, should I be prescribed calm medication or something?
I'm not sure if medication is the way to solve your issues. I can help you with the resolution. Um, let's start by telling me what's the change that you want to see. What do you want to occur? And, how are you feeling? Or what would you be feeling?
I want to stop being mean to people just because I don't agree with their actions, or because I I just don't know like if counseling would help me or not. Because I just want to become a better person. I'm gonna be like 20 something years old next year, so I just want to grow up and become a better person.
Okay. Sounds like to me you want to get your attitude together in check and to stop and think more often than what you normally do.
Yes, I want to understand why I'm not just patient, and I just want to know how to control it. And I just want, honest to God, be a better person.
Okay. So you feel upset because you want to know why you don't have patience. This is something that you feel strongly about. You don't want it to get worse and you're trying to learn how to go ahead and control it now.
Exactly. I don't want to lose my friend's family because of this.
Understandable because those individuals are very important to you. What are you experiencing? That what you're experiencing is very common amongst people. If you're willing, we can talk about the next step and trying to help you.
Yes, I'm absolutely willing to get better.
Okay, great. Do you know anything about agitation? Have you heard of agitation? Perfectly agitation, depression. Like, what have you learned about it?
I've heard bits and pieces when I took psychology like semesters ago, but I'm not educated on it.
If it's okay, can I, describe it to you, give you some information about it?
Sure.
Okay, great. So agitation is when a person has like angry outbursts, anxiety, or is impulsive, like what you're experiencing. Per our conversations, you have been experiencing this type of behavior frequently.
Yeah, you're right. I just never thought about this so deeply, and if that is what my issue is, then I just want to learn about it, become better, and just be a better person to people around me because they deserve it.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Another thing is this type of behavior could also lead to, harming yourself or even harming others. What are your thoughts?
Well, I never thought about harming someone. I know I get angry and sometimes I want to punch them in their face, but I never thought about harming someone. Like just harming people, like once you walk up to punching them, like, but you get angry and sometimes you can't really control your actions.
Right. All right. So those are just some symptoms of agitation. How do you want to feel?
Well, I just want to be more understanding, calm, and caring towards people. I want to be more understanding, caring, and calm towards people because I don't want to destroy my relationships any further, and they deserve a better me.
You won't destroy your relationships. I believe that this change can be very successful for you. Based off what you told me, your friends and family are still talking to you, so they haven't cut you off yet. So, it's still time to make this change. With your lack of patience and impulsiveness, treatment, I know a few treatment, possibly like 3 that can help you with this issue. May I give you details on the treatment?
Yes, thank you. I would take anything at this point.
So one of the treatments that helps with agitation is called electroconvulsive therapy. Don't quote me on my pronunciation, which is basically like a procedure that is done to stimulate the brain. So I guess anytime like the brain nerves feels like it's about to get agitated, irritated, it will go ahead and send a shock to go ahead and calm your nerves down. That's one. The next is a medication that's called itrapazole. Once again, don't quote me on my pronunciation. But basically that medication treats the brain of agitation. More people will try the medication before the procedure. The third treatment would be controlling your environment. Like, try to surround yourself in a positive environment, where it's less distraction that would trigger you and your patience and impulsiveness.
So which one do you think would be the best option or path to take? I don't want to take medication if I don't have to, but I intend to have develop beta behavior, so whichever one works best, I would prefer.
Let's start with changing your environment. I believe, that's the most common treatment that most people will start with. I believe that you should also come see me for counseling, and we'll continue to talk and relieve your stress and anxiety and agitation that you may hear. Also, while talking, I'll play a little relaxation music to just mellow you out.
Sounds decent. I know I am ready to start my treatment to be successful at better behavior in the future.
Alrighty, Jalen. We are going to go ahead with changing. We're going to go with change your environment to help you have more patience towards your friends and family. Control your impulsiveness. In regards to that, you will continue to come back and talk to me, preferably once a week. And while doing so, like I said, we'll play the relaxation music in the background to calm your nerves.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
Great. So let's get started. Let's say next Monday at 1:00. Is that good for you?
Yes. See you then.
Thank you, Jalen.